Welcome back to Golden Goose and my Team Builder Dynasty series that follows the South Canadian Wild Geese. Today, the Wild Geese take on the Cincinnati Bears, and Kirk is siding with Cincinnati on this one. Cincinnati has a B overall score. Ours is a C, much like my high school career. But this game is so important. Cincinnati sitting at number 1 in the American Conference. The Wild Geese number 2. Obviously, it's early in the season. A win here would bring the Wild Geese to 3-1. It would bring Cincinnati to 3-2, bring the Wild Geese to 2-0 in conference, and that would just give them the advantage that I think we need going into a little bit more difficult competition. Now, obviously, Temple's similar to Cincinnati, but UConn's a bit better than Cincinnati. Houston's a bit better. UCF, Louisville. Cincinnati's one of the bottom of the barrel teams in this conference, so we need to come out big against them. The Bearcats are sitting at an 84 overall offense against our 71 defense. That's where we're going to struggle the most. We really have to perform above and beyond on defense today. I think our 74 offense can get stuff done against their 87 defense. We just really have to get the running game going with Nathan Quinn. Tom Barrett has to be flawless, though. No interceptions, no fumbles. We're just going to have to be very cautious moving the ball down the field. This isn't impossible. It's just kind of improbable, but we can still get this W. We've done it before in the past against teams just as good as Cincinnati. If we look at the numbers here, it looks like the Bearcats' rushing offense is what we have to pay attention to. 210 yards per game, and they have a great rushing defense, the second best in the nation, only allowing 84 yards. So running today might not be the thing we're going to go to first. We're going to do it in obviously key situations, but otherwise we have to trust Tom Barrett and his arm today. Cincinnati's best player is a running back at 89 overall, so that's who we have to watch out for on their offensive side of things. And it looks like they have a wide receiver that's questionable with a pulled groin. But today we are in the Igloo here in South Canada, where Goose Johnson and the Wild Geese get ready to take on the Bearcats. Now, obviously, it's early in the season, but already this game has bowl implications. This game has conference championship implications. This game is very important. A win here gives you just that little bit of cushion you really want in the early season. Obviously, after this game, we're 1/3 of the way through, so still 8 games to go. But it's a game we gotta win. The Wild Geese come running onto the field in a game where Nathan Quinn, when he's called on, needs to get solid yardage, where Tom Barrett has to be flawless, no interceptions, no fumbles. Such an important matchup. But let's head down to the field and get started with this action. And it looks like the Bearcats are going to kick to the Wild Geese to start things out. Bernard Scruggs taking this ball back on the kickoff, trying to get to the outside, met up at the 19. That was a hard hit. Nathan Quinn last game got things going just a little bit. 15 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown, but he only has about 200 yards on the season. We want to come out passing today. We want to show them that we're not afraid to move the ball through the air when we need to. And there's Jose Golden. He's been great all day and all season. I shouldn't say all day. He just started. But all season, that's an 8-yard reception. Let's see what he can do. The Golden Boy throughout the rest of this game. 2nd and 2, I feel like this is where we will call on Nathan Quinn throughout this game. Short yardage situations where we can run small runs up the gut or some type of small counter. But there's Nathan Quinn finding a hole for 11 yards. That was a great scamper by Quinn. And right away, I'm wanting to go back to the air here. We're wanting to hit them with such a variety. That's the goal. Obviously, Barrett not fast enough to roll out. We got to get rid of this one. Didn't really have anyone open. Now, I heard Goose Johnson talking. Obviously, if Barrett doesn't get things done in these next couple of games, if they get one more L in that win-loss column, and if Barrett was a big contributor to that loss, they might on-redshirt Orlando Everett in hopes of getting him going this season. Jets is still on his feet. He runs backwards and loses a yard. Oh, man. So obviously Tom Barrett probably playing for his career in this game. Obviously, if he doesn't get the start over Orlando Everett, Everett and him are pretty much in the same year here of college, and he probably wouldn't be getting the start the rest of his career. But there's 4th and 2 now after a great reception by Martin Morgan. What are the Wild Geese going to do here? Goose Johnson and his brass balls of steel here. Let's see what he does. He's going for it here on 4th down and 2. And it looks like they're looking for the air here. Nathan Quinn catches it, trying to work his way upfield, and it looks like he literally was an inch short. 2 yards on the reception. They only needed 2 yards, but I think he was just a few inches short. Nathan Quinn couldn't extend for the 1st down. I don't care what you say. That's going to hurt the Wild Geese in this game. This is great field position for the Cincinnati Bearcats. And it looks like their running back just finding 11 right up the center there. It looked like the Wild Geese sent some on the run protection, but nothing happened really. Now, just because Cincinnati's a pretty solid running team doesn't mean they can't throw the ball. They are very good through the air, and the Wild Geese are going to have to watch for that. And it looks like they find the running back. He only gains 1, 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9, definitely going to the air here. It looks like they got some zone-looking coverage. And, oh, he sheds a sack and gets rid of it. 3rd and 9. You gotta make those sacks if you're a Wild Geese player. A sack there would have been huge for South Canada. Well, let's see what they do here on 3rd and 9. You just need to stop the big first down here. And it looks like Jennings trying to make the tackle. He's going to fall forward and get the first down by the nose of the ball. House trying to pump up this Igloo crowd. And it looks like they're audibling something here right before the snap. I think they're playing the run. There is a man in motion trying to get back to the halfback. Kirk's going to get there. That's a big hit. 2nd and 8. Now, obviously, you had that risky play call going for it on 4th and 2. You didn't get it. They gave the Bearcats great field position, but if you can stop them here and hold them to 3, it might not be all lost, but you definitely got to get the stop here just to keep some confidence going. And it looks like they get everything sealed up except one guy right in between 3 defenders. Cincinnati gets in to make it 6-0 over the Wild Geese. And it is good, 7-0. Let's go to a studio update, though. Find out what's going on around the NCAA. Connecticut gets a win over Arkansas, improving to 4-0 on the season. Another great American Conference contender there that they have to win. Another reason the Wild Geese need to get a W here. Scruggs going to take this kick return back, trying to find something, but gets to the 15. Barrett was not bad through the air on that last drive. They just couldn't get the first down. He had a decent completion percentage. Let's see what they do here, and there's the tight end wide open in the corner, and Harmon's going to catch it. That's 22 yards. 5 for 6 for 40 yards today for Tom Barrett. I mean, he's showing that he still deserves a starting job, and maybe you can leave Orlando Everett in that red shirt this season. Going to get this one to Nathan Quinn, who fights his way forward for 7. 2nd and 3. This could be a place where you see Nathan Quinn get a handoff, but it looks like they're going to the air here. Tom Barrett takes the snap, looks deep to Scruggs, where only Scruggs can catch it. He gets a foot in. Tom Barrett's been dropping it on a dime these last 2 weeks. Bernard Scruggs for 23 yards to the sideline. Looks like they're running the option here. Going to give that one to Quinn, and he's not going to find anything. Tom Barrett was afraid to run, it looked like there. I know it's a lot of exercise, but come on, big boy. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Cincinnati leads 7-0 over the Wild Geese. Tight ends open. Tom Barrett delivers to Alfred Harmon. Harmon down to the 15-yard line after a 19-yard reception. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Barrett does take the snap, throwing it to the tight end Jensen. Jensen's going to get in a 15-yard touchdown reception to try to tie things up before the end of the first quarter. Tom Barrett 9 for 10 today, over 100 yards and a touchdown in this first quarter. What a performance by Barrett. And it's tied up going into the second quarter, 7-7. That first quarter was great. A great performance by the Wild Geese offense. The Wild Geese defense does have to step up a little bit, though. Beach kicks this one off deep to the right side. It looks like it's in the end zone. Will they come out with it? And they will. Wow, they're taking it out, and they're finding a running lane to the left side. Oh, my God. Herb Kirk is in pursuit, but he can't catch the man. This is going to be a 104-yard return for a touchdown. What are the Wild Geese doing? That's the longest return in NCAA history right there. The Wild Geese blew that coverage. Special teams and defense, you better start reflecting. And they score 14-7 here. Now, obviously, Cincinnati gets the ball to start the third quarter, so the Wild Geese have to do something here. And Nathan Quinn's going to kneel this one. Let's start from the 25. 4:50 to go in the first half of football. Nathan Quinn bounces to the outside, bounces back inside, finds himself 6 yards on that carry. Barrett's got a man in motion. It looks like he's ready to take the snap. It's a little bit of play action. They got a receiver open. That's Bernard Scruggs down at the 49-yard line. I'm really liking this offensive strategy from the Wild Geese. A lot more heavy pass, probably about 65-70% of their plays. But then when they do run it, they get decent yardage. Nathan Quinn has 3 carries for 16 yards today. Looks like a bit of a speed option, tossing that one out to Quinn. And they roll forward for 4 yards. Nice effort by Quinn on that one. 2nd and 6. Barrett takes the snap. Another play-action play as Barrett still has the ball. He's looking. That's Jose Golden. Or no, that's Jansen. He squeezed it in. How did he do that? An 8-yard reception for a first down. First down and 10. Barrett takes the snap. He's looking for a wide open target. He's got one over the center. That's Alfred Harmon. He makes a man miss, going for the deflection inside the 5, down to the 3. Nathan Quinn gets the snap to the outside. He's got nothing but green, and he gets in for the touchdown, a 4-yard carry. And it looks like the Wild Geese are going to tie it up 14-14. Beach kicks this one away. It's deep again. This special teams needs to do something. You can't allow 103-yard returns. 14-14 though, 2:25 to go in the half. This Igloo crowd is pretty loud right now, a man in motion. Are they going to run the ball here? And they will. It looks like House swallows that one up, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, House in coverage. They cannot let them get this first down. Now they're going to be able to work that clock. Eddie Nelson with a 9-yard reception. First down and 10, a man in motion for Cincinnati. And it looks like they're playing pass protection, and it is a passing play. Price trying to make the tackle, misses. That's 2 missed tackles. Brooks makes it from behind, a 24-yard gain. This game very well could go down to who gets the ball more. You know, whoever gets that last possession could be the winner of this game. And right now it's looking like that could be Cincinnati. So let's see what happens here. Jennings standing in coverage. Brooks trying to make up ground. And it's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, and they're going to the air again, but the sack is there. 3rd and 9. Timeout, Wild Geese. House pumping this crowd up. They need this stop. They're not quite in field goal range just yet. House is on a man, and they get another sack. Another timeout by the Wild Geese. This is their opportunity. 4th and 14. The punting unit comes out. Let's see what the Wild Geese can do here. They have 1 timeout, 1 minute, 24 seconds left in the half. And it looks like Scruggs is going to let it bounce out at the 25. First down and 10. Tom Barrett takes the snap. This is clear passing situations here. And they have a receiver open to the outer edge. It's Morgan. He gets out of bounds. 1 minute and 12 left. You say Tom Barrett can't have any mistakes in this game. Well, he's only thrown 1 incomplete pass. And it looks like Jose Golden's going to catch that one. He gets abused, but still holds on. That's why his nickname is the Golden Boy. Jose Golden is just so good. Under 1 minute to go. I mean, you could think about milking this clock just a little bit, not to allow Cincinnati any time. And there's Nathan Quinn. He's going to push forward, 2nd and 1. 35 seconds, clock still moving down. It looks like the Wild Geese might be content with a field goal here. Let's see what happens. Bombing this one deep to Jose Golden, the Golden Boy. It gets deflected by Ken Yates. 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions today for the Wild Geese. Let's see what they do here. You only need 1 yard, and if you go in hurry up, you could still potentially get the clock to stop. And Tom Barrett tried to squeeze it there, and that's an interception. That's very deflating. The Wild Geese could have came away with some type of points, but right there you just make such a mental error, and that could really cost your team, and that's what Goose Johnson's talking about. Let's see if the Bearcats are going to try to go for any points here, if they're just going to try to get out of this half, but it looks like they are going to pass the ball here. Almost sacked again, but he gets out of bounds. 15 seconds. You do not want to allow points here if you're the Wild Geese. Cincinnati does get the ball first to start the next half. That one's a moon ball, and it's almost caught. Oh, that would have been down at the 1. 9 seconds to go. They should have opportunity for 2 more plays here. These could be chucks towards the end zone. It is a screenplay trying to get into more field goal range. 4 seconds, 3rd and 8. It's time to go into prevent defense here. The Wild Geese pumping this Igloo crowd up. 3rd and 8, 4 seconds on the clock for this half. Obviously, they're content with them throwing short game. Almost picked off, 4th and 8, but that's the end of the half. It's been a very close-fought game here, 14-14 after 1 half of football. The Wild Geese have squandered 1 opportunity. They could have had the lead going into the locker room. I mean, I don't know if Goose Johnson's going to stand by his word or put Orlando Everett in to start this half. I mean, Tom Barrett's been pretty good today, but that interception is just a motivation killer. It could be a game killer. But obviously, he did say he's only going to take him out if they get another loss and if it's because of Tom Barrett's play. And I'd say if they lose this game, I could chalk it up to Tom Barrett if I was Goose Johnson. And they throw that away, 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10, Cincinnati hands this ball off. Jennings is on top of it, but my God, he takes a ride for 9 yards, 3rd and 1. That running attack is very deadly by the Bearcats, but they haven't done too much of it today. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 1. It is a passing situation for them. Williams trying to make a cut, but they get down to the 50. Not a lot of running by Cincinnati today. Utilizing the arm of their quarterback, Nelson in motion. Bearcats take the snap, and it is a running play, but he bounces off of Jennings. They still take him down for only a 1-yard gain. This Igloo crowd is still pretty loud here. Looks like another handoff to their running back, And Dykes is going to take him down 3rd and 5. The crowd is loud. They're chanting defense. 3rd and 5. Can the Wild Geese make this stop? They're at the line of scrimmage. It's a fake handoff, and a man wide open with 4 defenders around him. What are they doing? 1st and 10. It looks like they're sending a little bit of pressure from the Wild Geese side of things. And that's a completion. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 here in the 3rd quarter. House in coverage. That ball's popped up. 3rd and 7. Can the Wild Geese make another stop? This would be about a 43-yard field goal if they were to have to attempt one from here. Let's see what happens here. The Wild Geese crowd is loud. I mean, it just hasn't been working this drive. The 12th man isn't much of an advantage for the Wild Geese. Williams makes the tackle at 4th and 1. And it looks like they're going to attempt a 37-yard field goal. Just a little bit of wind today. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. Let's see if they can put this through the uprights. Jennings pumping this crowd up, and it's up and good. Cincinnati takes the lead 17-14 over the Wild Geese. Bernard Scruggs taking this one out of the end zone, and he's going to get to the 20, but that's it. Now I think they should definitely try to work the clock on this possession, get like a bit of the way into the 4th quarter, maybe a couple minutes or so, if they're going to go down and have a successful drive and score. Looks like no one's open. Barrett just gets rid of it. 2nd and 10. Tom Barrett takes snap. It's more play action. Alfred Harmon deep. Alfred Harmon drops it. It was right in his hands. That was a pretty decent pass by Tom Barrett. 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions today. Let's see what the Wild Geese can do here. Tom Barrett takes the snap. They haven't had a successful play yet this drive. And he's got a receiver open. That's Jose Golden. A 22-yard reception. 1st down and 10, a new set of downs. Another play action play here. No one's getting open. Tom Barrett throws it away. 2nd and 10, 1:38 left in this 3rd quarter. Tom Barrett unloads it to Horton. Horton's going up the sideline down to the 34. He was shot out of a cannon there, Harry Horton. Time to put it on the ground with Nathan Quinn here on the halfback counter. He's going to find 4. Barrett takes the snap. He's looking for an open receiver. He's got Alfred Harmon for the 1st down. After 3 quarters of play, Cincinnati leads 17-14 over South Canada, but the Wild Geese are driving. Nathan Quinn gets the handoff here. He hasn't been utilized too much today. He only finds 1. Tom Barrett takes snap, hands it back off to Nathan Quinn. Nathan Quinn tries to find the outside. Nathan Quinn breaks 1. He's inside the 10, down to the 7. Wild Geese have really taken time off this clock. 3:54 left in this contest. And they're still moving the ball down to the 5 with Nathan Quinn. Just under 3:30, Tom Barrett takes a snap. He is in protection right now. Looking to throw this one away and does. 3rd and goal. Can't take a sack here. 3rd and goal at the 6. Nathan Quinn's going to take the run to the outside. Nathan Quinn has enough speed to get into the end zone, giving the Wild Geese the lead by 3. Trying to make it 4 here, and does. A 21-17 point contest. Now they left enough time, just in case Cincinnati does score here. The Wild Geese will still have time to go down the field and try to get some points. They do have all 3 timeouts left. Let's see what they do on this kick return. They had one go back to the house earlier today, and he's still on his feet, but taken down at the 21. They've been going through the air most of the day. I mean, they do have 3 timeouts. Maybe they'll change up their game plan a little bit on this last drive. I just don't see why. There is a screen play here. Williams is there to swallow it up. 2nd and 6. Obviously, we're looking probably at 4-down territory. 3 minutes, clock still ticking. They do have 3 timeouts, but I think they would go for it on 4th down here. Let's see what happens. Nelson is in motion for Cincinnati. It is a handoff. No one can get to the edge, but McCarthy swallows him up. 3rd and 3. A lot of people are swallowing a lot of things. 3rd and 3. This Igloo crowd is loud. Looks like they're sending a little bit of a blitz here on the Wild Geese defensive side of things. It's not going to get there. Bailey tries to make the tackle and does, but that's an 11-yard gain. 2:30 left. They need a touchdown. A field goal's not good enough. So, I mean, if they kill the clock too much and can't get in, it's their loss. This game is a real good one. We did not think it was going to be this close of a contest. House in pursuit of his man, and that's a sack. Beautiful Bobby Hodges. An 8-yard sack by Bailey. Woo! 2nd and 18, under 2 minutes to go in this contest. Looks like they're playing zone here. Let's see what the Wild Geese do. They play the short game here with Cincinnati. 3rd and 15. They just don't seem to be in much of a rush. Cincinnati walking to the line of scrimmage. 1:35 left in this game. Let's see if they can get this 1st down on 3rd and 15. They get to the outside, 4th and 8. This is all or nothing right here. 4th down conversion attempt. Price bumping this crowd up, trying to get everyone on their feet. This could be the game. 4th down and 8 to go. Playing that short game, and he dropped it! He dropped it! The Cincinnati receiver could have had the first down. It would have been close, but he dropped it. He got scared. They're hugging things out right now. They know they just got a victory. Obviously, Cincinnati has 3 timeouts to go. A field goal, though, here probably would secure the Wild Geese a little bit more. They do have to try to probably stick the ball on the ground here. Nathan Quinn's going to push forward. He's going to find 3 yards. What you do here is you make them use their timeouts. You try to get in a field goal range. And Nathan Quinn's going to try to get that first down. A first down here would end the game. 3rd and 1. Thompson leading the blocking effort here. They just need 1 yard to seal the deal in this game. Nathan Quinn's going to find it. 1st and 10. And it looks like Cincinnati uses their last timeout. Tom Barrett looked really good today. Yes, he threw an interception, made an ill-advised decision, but otherwise really marched the ball very well down the field, didn't throw many incompletions, played the game and managed the game very well, and Nathan Quinn did a great job with the carries he got. This could be the last play of the game. Tom Barrett takes another knee, and that should end this game in victory for the Wild Geese. Do we do a field goal shenanigan here? Do we try to make a 49-yard field goal? I mean, we could try this. It's a little dangerous. We have 2-mile-per-hour winds. We'd have to wait till there's like 1 second left. We don't want any horrible shenanigans leaving any time on the clock. But I'm kind of curious if we can make one of these in a real game time situation. 49 yards. It's in! 24-17. The Wild Geese win. That's a long field goal. That's the longest we've ever made. And that's why you recruit kickers. But that is the game. The Wild Geese get things done against Cincinnati here in the Igloo. Nathan Quinn, 13 carries, 62 yards, 2 TDs. He did have 3 receptions for 18 yards as well. I mean, slow and steady wins the race. Nathan Quinn's becoming a great utility player for South Canada. Tom Barrett, 18 for 25, 72% of his passes were complete for 266 yards, a touchdown. He did have that interception, but didn't take any sacks today. Nathan Quinn only got 13 touches, but carried 62 yards. That's a 4.7 average. That's very good, very productive. 2 touchdowns, and his longest carry of the day was about 14 yards. Receiving-wise, the Golden Boy had 3 receptions for 48 yards. Harmon had 4 receptions for 85 yards, and Tejuan Jensen, I hope I said that right, had 3 receptions for 22 yards and a touchdown. Bernard Scruggs had a pancake. Wow, that's a little bit of muscle on the outside. Bryson Price, Wyatt Bailey, and Paris Dykes all had sacked lunches today, and that was really crucial to stopping some big drives, so big congratulations to those big boys. Narrow escape. South Canadian slips past Bearcats 24-17. That was a great field goal. It was technically for the win because we could have totally botched it and lost the whole game. It's happened to us before. Looks like we have a couple recruits ready to visit. A defensive tackle that actually visits this week. An 80 overall one. We want that guy. And a 66 overall right guard that's ready to visit. I mean, starting out the season 0-1 and then going 3-0 in the last 3 games, that feels pretty good. If we look at our recruits right now, it looks like we're winning some of these guys pretty handsomely. And there's a couple more that we're closing in on. We're falling a little bit behind on a couple of these guys that I'd like to just amp up their points a little bit, but we're dedicating a lot of points to all of these guys right now. I mean, we could come down on this athlete just a little bit because we do have a pretty big lead on him. So, I mean, let's go for maybe 200 points and then keep everyone where they are, kind of. You bump all these other guys up to 500. This fullback we can bump up a bit and just hope for the best. This guard's ready to visit. We do have the lead for him, so we just need to convince him that, I mean, we're a good school to play for. Let's have him come for the Rutgers game. Speaking of the Rutgers game, Kirk's going to side with us. I don't know what his logic is. Oh, they win a lot. Good. I vote for them. I don't know, because he didn't think we'd beat Cincinnati, and they're not as good as Rutgers. Rutgers is a little bit better. Their record's not as good. I mean, they haven't been as electric this season, but they're still a pretty good team. I mean, we have the 3rd best defense, though, in the nation right now, which is mind-blowing because, I mean, we played Alabama earlier this season, and we sucked. So, I mean, it's pretty mind-blowing, and we're still one of the worst offenses, though. That hasn't changed. About 60 rushing yards per game. The pass offense isn't too bad. I really want to focus on that. But guys, I think that's where we're going to end today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications if you're new. And until next time, peace out.